Okay, I gotta figure out why this shader's not going through. Okay. And, okay, let's do the time to delta time, because I think that might be a little easier to do. Oi. I had just... I think it was a craisin or something. I think I dropped a little bit of food, and it was stuck to my foot. And then it was like, oh, and then now the sun's coming in the window and everything, too. Okay. The numbers for how big the thing gets are fine. But the movement was... So when it starts... When it gets thrown... There, move towards... Delta time. Let's see if that makes a difference. And then the other one was the... I think the explosion was also not really working out there. So let's just throw some time to delta time everywhere. And then there... Was there any more? It was like obviously not... Yeah, okay, so this is going to be a lot of builds and making the game page, I think. Oh, just out of curiosity, because I was kind of thinking of, like, the... Because it's kind of focusing the energy of, yeah, eye tracking. Is that an easy thing to add? I don't think so. Okay, XR gaze interactor. Yeah, okay, so that's not... on the final stretch, sounds of music are all done and the levels also created, just not populated with stuff to interact with. So everything static is there, but no props and no food. But I had the base prop and base food, so I only need to place them with the rainmasters assigned. Awesome. Congrats. Okay, yeah, no XR stuff, that's probably gonna be a bit much. The game's just a bit bland right now, but I don't think I have an ability to make it much better. It's all functioning though. It's just a very, very simple experience. I didn't want it to be very simple. I wanted it to be a simple experience, not a very simple experience, but whatever. Okay. So let's just test the variables that I changed just to see if that's working. Then I can test the flippin' shader. The flippin' shader is having issues. Okay, so the okay. For testing purposes, I should probably change it, but I'm trying to test the other variables here. So. Oh yeah, that's my awful charging sound effect. Which also isn't gonna get any better. You don't look like you're moving at all. Meaning you're never gonna hit the target, meaning you're never going to explode. Do I want it? No, I kind of need the time to delta time though, right? Eh, whatever. You know what? We're just gonna up the numbers. I'm just running builds now just to make sure that the builds are running correctly. And I think it mentioned a thing that like that you can't do the microphone on the web build. So. And yeah, I could do like a mash the spacebar or something. Or is it alternate form? But I wanted to be about the microphone. That was the input thing. Okay. So we're just gonna up the number here. So the speed, like 20 or something. So let's speed that up a bunch. Hello, hello. Co-working, as in also doing Down2Jam? Yeah, we're working through the ads, so. How's the Spirit Bomb looking at this point? Can you see it, or are you in ads? I will show you if you're not in ads, but I don't know if you are in ads. Oh, not jam stuff, more video editing stuff right now. While listening to a stream? It's impressive, because that's... I kind of have to focus on video editing to get video editing done, and that means I don't do video editing. Pretty much. Like, I have a YouTube video done for GMTK. I recorded that, and then I never edited it, and I never put it out. Okay, so the speed, make that a lot bigger. And then it's the explosion was the other one that was a little too small. Explosion scale, there we go. So now I'll multiply the other one by 4. So let's just multiply these things by 4, and then let's do builds, because that's the issue. Let's make sure the build is working. And then I can make the game page. I think that's a good thing to finish with, is just making the game page. Because that'll take a little bit of time. I like to hear a little background noise as I do stuff, plus I get to support someone for free as well. Yeah, well, and that's, yeah, no, I like to, like, when I'm at work, it's putting a stream on in the background is actually not too bad. Especially if somebody's talking through what they're doing, because that, so, like, hearing somebody else work does help me focus. Kinda. It is a little easy to get distracted, but... Okay, so... Yeah, okay. I need to click on it so the application is actually available. Then... Oh, I wanted to blow these up a lot, too. These are, like, hecking tiny. So then we hit start. And then... let's see. Ah! Oh, I wanted to mess with the microphone volume, too. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna tweak variables and make the game page. That's what I'm gonna do for this final session here. Okay. Oh, and I gotta click on this. Yeah, okay. Don't click off of it, or it doesn't work. But then... Okay, that's a better speed. Still slow, but a better speed. That's better. Okay. I need to figure out why this shader's not coming through. But that is better. Okay, I need to up the button sizes. Okay, and the buttons are working. Thank you, thank you. I think it's actually looking pretty good. I think it's heckin' simple. And I wanted just heckin' simple. Yeah, I wanted simple, not very simple, but... And I'm like, I think this looks like a perfectly fine shader. And it works in the development build, and then I do the build, and it's like, Okay, so you came up with some kind of warning and or error and or problem last time. Yeah, because I wanted to add the, like, you can get Twitch chat to yell along with you. To gather the energies that way. Yeah, because, man, I was like, I don't know how you'd incentivize it, but I think it'd be fun to try to get it so that it's, just rope other people into stream together. So everybody is, you just keep adding other streamers into your stream. Okay. Stripping. Shader graphs, stars shader graph, remaining shader variants that, stripping that. Shader warning in the stars shader graph, POW FE will not work for negative F. Use abs or conditionally handle. Yeah, funny how simple the shader is too. Shader warning, implicit truncation of vector type. Okay, so the POW in the shader needs some kind of... So the power here is returning some kind of negative, which they mention in the video, and they split it off into the Y. But I want the whole thing to be this. Okay, so then this absolute, if that is the case, then you're saying the power needs to be... no. Oh, I want that, please. I just wanted to get rid of this. Okay, so now we do abs. Or absolute. And then we plug U into there. U into there. Okay, that seems to still pump out some stars. We hit save. I thought so. And it is gonna mess up the shader. Oh. There we go. It only messes up the shader when you don't do it right. Okay. We're just gonna... The issue I'm having is with the builds. We're just gonna do builds. Okay, no. Isolate the variables. Do the thing. Want more abs? I would love more abs. I have a little bit, like... Well, and that's genetically, all of the weight goes to my stomach. So, like, I have a hobbit build. So, do some sit-ups. Okay, I'll okay, the shader's working here. Let's hit build, and then I can go do some sit-ups while it takes a second. I haven't done sit-ups in a while. Man, I did so much exercise back in 2023. And it felt good. And now I just drive all the time and my back complains. Okay, now let's do sit-ups. Yeah, this won't even have... And then I realized the floor is comfortable. Okay. And I'll hold you. Did it do a new build? I didn't actually check to see if it did a new build. Oh, I wanted to animate the little guy too. That's probably something else I can add as a little polish thing. Why you work on the dev build? Okay. I hit build, right? I hit make a new build with this absolute in it. Oh, I did, didn't I? Okay, let's try it again just to make sure. So that warning. So now it says secondary warning to fix too. Fudge face. The first one wasn't too bad to solve. So hopefully this other one is not too bad to solve. Nope, both of them are still there. Okay, that's really what it's telling me. Okay, wait, and I did check the variables here, so if I... Ah! Kame! Have! Ha! There we go, we got over 1,000 at least. Foos. Bro. Da! Yeah, I still gotta mess with the microphone volume too. Yeah, okay. Slow, but usable. Okay. Yeah, there's some other shader effects it would be really nice to add to make that pop a little more, but that's okay. But I need to figure out the star background. So your issue being POW FE will not work for negative F. Use abs F or conditionally handle negative values. POW. So I'm putting in a negative into here? That's what you meant? Okay, so to U there. The noise is generating negative values. So that there. It seems to still be giving me the stars, actually. Yeah, no, it's still giving me stars. Don't need to answer if I'm not comfortable, but as a Canadian, your accent sounds so Canadian. Be surprised if you were American. Well, prepare to be surprised. Yeah, because I can't even claim the East Coast as... Because that was like as a kid, born on the East Coast, but then moved to Colorado very early on, and then just lived in Colorado for a long time until 2020. Yeah, so that was... That's Colorado accent is what it should be, as opposed to Canadian. Although I know famous Canadian Northern Lion, I think a lot of people say he sounds like a New Yorker or something. But yeah, no, it's Colorado. It should be Colorado. That's the only place that I lived for. Yeah, like I said, as a kid, like that, I moved early on enough that I don't think I would have picked up any kind of accent. Yeah, and I do like to say howdy as well, and I'm like, where did I pick up howdy from? I don't feel like that's a... so the... although I know that's like watching Limelicious, who is apparently British, and yet you cannot hear the accent at all. Sounds much more American. There's maybe the occasional letter that starts to sound a little more British, but it's like, wow. Would not have expected that. Yeah, I know nothing about popular streamers because I try to stay away from drama. Keep myself strongly contained within STEM streamers, pixel artists, and game devs. Well, I fit for the last two, and I mean, I guess. Yeah, I don't do it. No, come on, you bastard. I guess I could have just read the. Okay, so is there or is there not? Okay, so build this there. Yeah, I was realizing I should really do a Hawaiian shirt for my character. I'm like, that's what I dress up as when I do a like convention or a gathering. Is I have a Hawaiian shirt and a gnome hat. Like that's my like retired professor look. Yeah. STEM streamers exist in their own ecosystem. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even like know of any like YouTubers. I watch, you know, plenty of like educational STEM YouTubers and stuff, but as for like streamers, I don't know exactly what you would do for that kind of a stream either. I'm thinking of like, well, I mean, I guess yeah, if you did it like a classroom setting of like, okay, we're learning about something or other today. Keep changing the shirt on the gnome to fit whatever season's going on. Orange hat and black skeleton shirt for Halloween. Well, and that's I have holiday gnomes sitting around. I haven't yeah, I haven't attached anything to my Vtuber. Let's see if I can even find this stuff. I should be able to. Is it this drive or is it the other one? Gnomes? There's gnomes. Yeah, there's my whole entire folder of pixel art gnomes, of which I did a whole bunch of holiday ones too. And then I did an entire 30 days of Halloween gnomes specifically. Of which this is what I'm thinking I should put on my merch store and stuff too. It's like this, some of these things. I don't know, some of these might be a bit much, but yeah, it is funny how just some lighting. I feel like a lot of these look more interesting just when you have some interesting lighting there. For eye control in the VTuber, is it using Live 2D? Yeah, it is using Live 2D, and I did make the model myself, so I think that's also why there's the janky, like, eye blink stuff and all that. I was thinking about fixing up the model at some point just to see what I can change on it. And like I said, I had outfits for my model that I never implemented either. Yeah, I made some outfits. Yeah, like I'm thinking this sleepy pajama one is definitely something that would work for those days when I just didn't sleep enough. I don't know exactly where I would use like a fancy suit one, but I guess if I did like one of those end of the year, what was the best content that I made kind of thing. Yeah, I had fun doing this. This is definitely not my kind of vibe, but I was just kind of seeing if the colors would work. But yeah, no, a Hawaiian shirt is much more of like, that's what I should do, you goof. Oh yeah, I tried the anime version too. Just because there's so many anime VTubers, I'm like, can I make it look anime? And I'm like, nope. That just looks kind of weird and creepy. I don't know if hacking the nose off would help or not, but... Yeah, because I was thinking of doing the, like, removing the different layers and stuff, too. Because, like, this model does not have... I think it's all baked into one piece. At least, the bottom layer. But I was thinking of doing the, like, remove the hat and stuff, too. Because I'm like, I have a version. Like, I have a version with the hair there. And then I have the full, like, stripped of everything. Bald and no clothes and... Oh, wait, I say no clothes, but there's still socks. I guess no feet for free. I didn't even mean to do that, but... I guess I'll have to do a version with the... I don't know if I want to do an entirely nude version, but... Could very much pixelate things. It's already a pixelated character. Okay, shader warning in the planet shader graph. What do you fluffing mean, you dumb? What is this stripping of the shaders? Shader warning in shader graphs, planet shader. Unity meta vertex position. Implicit truncation of vector type. The planet shader is a whole heck ton of nothing. Oh, it's also noise. Wait a second. It's also simple noise, which means it might also want this abs. It might also want absolute here too. So planet shader graph. Okay, maybe, okay. Seems to be a learning experience here. The planet shader graph is not having issues though. See, at least this, now I feel like I can say I've done shader stuff. Because here I am actually modifying some shader stuff. Yeah, I think I would have a lot of fun with shaders if I just sat down and did it, but I think it's because I've done a lot of like simple 2D and a lot of abstract stuff that I haven't felt like I've needed to do shaders, but... Okay. Now... Okay, cross my fingers, cross my other fingers, cross my arms, cross my legs here, cross my toes, kind of tie into a knot and see if that helps. I should probably look up where crossing your fingers comes from. Crossing your fingies. Crossing fingers. Early Christians used the gesture to implore the protection of the Holy Cross. That's what it is? It's all Jesus, all the way down. And then Jesus is actually attached to something else, and then... Interesting. So it's a Christian thing. Does it say crossing which fingers? In Vietnam, the gesture is considered rude. Okay. Oh, luck is holding one's thumbs. Okay. I guess I'll try holding my thumbs next time. See if that helps. Oh, so I guess crossing my entire body isn't necessarily the solution there. Okay, build finished. Build. Build did not build. And the stars. The flippin' weird thing is, it says the planet had a warning on it. The planet is fine. The stars aren't working, and that one is not having the issue anymore. You dumb? Oh, I have to click on it. Then I could yell at it. You dumb? Why do you do this to me? I need the star background to work. This pink is very painful to look at. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's a bit slow. And that's a bit slow, too. So let's speed it up just a little bit. 5 times? So 25. Yeah, or no, so 5, so 25. Oh, and apply it, please. Pink suits me? You think? I don't know about my, like skin color, skin complexion, if pink suits me. I have a pink shirt, and that I wear occasionally. I don't think it really works. I think I'm more of a earth-toned kind of guy, at least in real life, but... Are you saying the shader pink suits me? The fact that the shader isn't working when I do a build it suits me? One thing that helps the stream not disrupt my workflow too much is that I've had it loaded up on my terminal, so switching tabs to chat isn't really hard. Yeah, making it easy to chat also makes it easier to watch. Why you being such a bastard, you dumb? I fixed your negativity issue. Shader warning in the graph. Implicit truncation of vector type. In the planet shader graph. So what do you mean by this? Because now you okay, I fixed the issue with the other one, and then I added the abs here. So if that is in fact an issue. I don't know why it's stripping these shaders. I don't know what that means. And the fact that the planet one is still working. Even with the warning. Okay, so Unity. Implicit truncation of vector type. Should I care? For example, converting a float 4 to a float 3. You can use x.xy to specify which components to keep. If see, some of those AI things, at least for Unity debugging, seem to be accurate, seem to be working. I was like, I'm still at the point of like, it's gonna take me a while to trust AI stuff, but it is possible that it will get there. Remaining shader variants. 0 of 4, 0 of 13, 0%. And yet you seem to... Is it this... Everything else is coming over except the star shader. And I even fixed the warning that was attached to it. So... What did it say again? So it's saying that I'm converting... Okay, base 3. Oh, these are all base 4. Okay. So... That's the star one, though. It says the planet one is having issues. No, it's out 1, in... out. Okay, so what if I get rid of it? Just out of curiosity. Because that should get rid of the warning. Well, okay. As in... If I remove it from the planet, does that remove it from, like, it feels like it should remove it from the build, but I don't know. What? There we go. Okay, apply it to the planet. Now I lied. Now remove it. Okay, default. Oh, not default diffuse, then default? What are you on about? Okay. Orange then. Okay. Just stop. Okay, now are you gonna give me the warning? Because it's not even an error either. Which I think is why it's doing a successful build. Even if the build is not successful in my eyes, because it doesn't do the shader that I can see in the dev. Yes. Save it for now, that I can undo it, because I did like the... It needs to have at least, like, when it's just a solid color, you can't tell what's going on. That's why I need the shader. Also, I want the stars to look good, so now, it's just gonna be maximum suck. It's gonna be completely pink back. Okay, so they did remove that warning. It's still stripping the shaders. I don't know what that means. Fuck you! It is! It's maximum boring, you piece of... Go ram it. Why? Why must you... Why? Why must you do this to me, you dumb? Okay, so that removes the warning. So it was just a warning. It wasn't even an error. But this is deciding that this... The stars are not good enough. No! Okay, they got rid of the warning, though. But that shader was working fine, though. That wasn't even the issue. So it didn't fix the star shader. And then it just broke the planet shader. Okay, so... Planet. Go back to being a planet. And then the star shader. I can't do just a random... I mean, I can do just a plain color, but that's already what I have, and it's painful as heck. Okay, so what does stripping shader graphs mean? So, Unity stripping. Yeah, okay, stripping scriptable. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Clearly it's a bad thing because it's not... Is it this lightweight asset? I know it said it was very lightweight or something. Can I bump up? Yeah, because it's on very low pipeline asset. Can I bump it up a little bit? I don't know what that means, but you're clearly having an issue. You? Ultra pipeline asset. Okay, so now it's defaulted to the ultra pipeline asset. Strip unused. Strip if no entities graphics package. Variants of shaders. Keep all. Keep all the shaders. Is that a thing I should mess with? Probably not. Am I going to? Yes. Because it's not doing what I wanted to do. Strip unused variants. Maybe don't? Do I have to hit save or did it save it? So let's go back to project settings, graphics. Okay, so it's still looking at that. It still has that. So I guess we give it another go. We'll just keep flipping through things here. I need these stars to work, please. It looks so cool. It works on my computer. I could do a video of how cool the game looks. I can do a solid color, of which, like I said, it already is. That's not what I want, though. Okay, the warning is gone? Why is the warning now gone? Okay, didn't do jack diddly on that, but... And it still looks like this! Why does he still look... Okay, everything else be working. No, I just need the stars to work. Why? Yeah, and then I can up the menu button sizes and stuff. I want this. I need the stars to work. Not want. It's a need. I need you to work. Project settings. What kind of shader is the stars? Yeah, I was gonna say if you know. I was like, this is the whole shader. And I even got rid of a warning. I even did the math to get rid of the warning there. Okay, wait, let's go back to project settings and undo that since it didn't seem to matter. But if I go to here and shaders, the stars shader. I mean, I guess the preview is pink there. Yeah, I was gonna say, why is it pink in the preview? Yeah, because it's showing up here. It's weird that it's here just fine, and yet it is in fact showing up pink in the preview. I think it was saying something about the like whether something's positive or negative. If I do negative, that's probably just gonna explode it even more. It's still pink in the preview. Okay, but clearly that's shaders being affected. Okay, wait, so Unity. Shader preview not working? Shader graph main preview not working? If I have the service type set to transparent, it works fine. Yeah, I was gonna say, I can see the issue has been around for literal years. Sometimes it just, I feel like it just shows up pink. So. Okay, setting the surface to transparent works for me. Okay, same issue, transparency works. So, I guess we set that to transparent. Materials. Yeah, and I thought I was just doing this shader, like straight up in the environment thing, which that might also be an issue too. Is that it's not like a material. I just clicked on the shader and said use this shader. Oh, shader of this material does not support skybox render. It just tells me that that's not how you do that. Okay. And it is pink there too. It's just because it showed up fine that I was like, okay. Maybe the pink is just okay. So how do I fix that? How do I make it support skybox rendering? Oh, you are this star shader already. So that is the skybox, but I think when I hit sky, did it let me do skybox? Yeah, okay. But that's also the same issue. Okay, shader of this material does not support skybox rendering. Okay, this sounds like a problem that can be fixed. Shader of this material does not support skybox rendering. Oh, I was actually thinking about using the restroom on the next ad break. Oh, look, it's the next ad break. Whoops. I guess I'll wait to the next one. So how do you make a skybox material? Okay, this is just people encountering this issue. So how do you... So can I make the material a skybox? How do I... Assets, create material. In the shader dropdown, click skybox. Well, excuse me. I can I make one then, I guess? You're just saying use a skybox shader. I guess it's excited. Okay, skybox procedural. That's that. Yeah, this is just here's the skybox you can change. Yeah, but what if I want to make my own skybox? Shader graphs, stars shader graph. But apparently that's not a skybox? Or, because it's also doing the pink in the preview though. Like a shader of this material. So the shade, how do I get the shader to support? Okay, Unity, make shader support skybox rendering. Something like that. Create a skybox material with shader graph. Oh my goodness, is this old or just didn't look correctly? Is this the most bare bones website of all time, or this? No, this is the Unity docs. Why is this? This is the Unity docs? This does not feel like it's the Unity docs. Oh, the other one specifically, he said do unlit shader graph. Yeah, which is necessary for skybox materials. Not gonna make a second level, even if I have time left tomorrow. I will then instead take a break. Also, the level's large enough that you'll likely not see it in its entirety in one run. Oh, that's cool that you made it large enough that you don't even need to do other levels and stuff. The cast shadows toggle in the graph inspector. My only shader graph wouldn't work as a skybox unless cast shadow was turned on. Although I definitely don't want it to cast shadows. I'm following your steps in creating a new lit shader graph, then turning it unlit. It will stop working if cast shadows is turned off. So here. Why are you a different size now? Okay. How do I do that again? Where was the cast shadow stuff? Cast shadows toggle in the graph inspector. The shader graph inspector thing here? Oh, there's a graph settings. I don't see a cast shadows though. Okay, turning it lit doesn't do it. Well, that makes the makes the preview look better. Okay, save that. Ooh, that makes the preview look better. Okay, so what does it look like in the game? That looks the same. Okay. We do... Okay, wait. Wait for it. Now we do a clean build. So maybe there was a problem with the preview. It wasn't just that it was pink for no reason. Okay. I guess cross fingers to summon God to help me. And... Yes! Okay, sweet. Hell yeah, there we go, I figured it out. Oh! And that makes it so that the stars actually don't jitter. Hey, it fixes the jittering issue with the stars too. Hell yeah, okay, cool. Yay, I debugged the issue and solved it. Hell yeah. Okay, now I just need to keep yelling and celebrating for another 8 seconds. Hell yeah! Oh, wait, let's click on it again. Hell yeah! Yay! Okay. The bottom of the planet looks like a butthole. And I'm not gonna change it. It's just gonna look very sus. But, oh, yeah, that's what I... That's not what I meant! Okay. On to the next thing. Which was making the buttons bigger. Yay! I solved the problem. Which was making the buttons bigger. I just said what I was doing. So... I gotta make everybody bigger. I can't just... increase the canvas size. So that's like the pause menu, prefabs, UI. I can just make these button prefabs bigger though, right? The text for the button, just to double it. Oh, it's gonna make everything. I'm gonna have to reposition everything. 200, 201. 220. No, I don't know. It might be bigger, so let's just do 300. There we go. That gives it a little leniency depending on what the text size is on the other buttons that are still using that. Okay, and then prefabs for the pause menu. Oh, and it's the options. Okay, yeah, there is supposed to be options crammed in between those two. But not yet. So 200, 300. And 300 again. Nope. 330. There we go. Something like that. Okay. And then that is not the main menu. Oh, okay, but the prefab, upping the prefab size did fix that a little bit. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, definitely bigger and better, because that's how bigger and better works. Yeah, I can't look at the pause menu here. We hit go, and then that looks perfectly fine. I don't know if it looks good. I don't know if it looks. I don't know if it looks. I don't know if it. Why? What? No! I did say I'm fixing bugs. I just did. I was hoping there wasn't a lot of them. No! Why? prefabs, UI, I was literally looking at it. The resume button, why are you not resuming? Oh, bugger off. Okay. It's because the main menu. Oh, because I just changed the... No. Main menu, start game. That's the start menu. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Open recent, sample scene. Okay, because I changed the prefab, right? That reset you. No, main menu, pause game. You're supposed to be resuming the game though, right? It's just supposed to do the pause game when you pause it though. Yeah, there, when you press the... Okay. You're the wrong thing. You're supposed to be resume game. How did this happen? That's restart game. Resume game. There we go. Oh, I don't have a transition between the two scenes either. If I want to try to polish this as much as possible. Although I don't even hardly need a pause menu though. Is also the thing. Okay, and resume. Yay! It's a little, yeah, the pause is a little busted because the time, like, everything keeps going. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, audio again, very sad. Okay, that's all of the issues are solved there. Yeah, I get to close 1 billion tabs. Okay. So that's a build then though, right? Wait. Let's do build profiles, build, clean build. Yeah, and then I should go make the game page. That'll probably take like at least half an hour. Then I can mess around with any other extra bits and bobs that I want to mess around with. Yeah, boy, it's just gonna be super heckin' simple. Definitely within scope, though, I guess. I got all of the things done. I just wish I could get some stretch goals done. Oh, I never animated the little guy. I don't need to necessarily, but it's... shoot. Do I want to blow these up a little bit, too? Yeah, okay, because I doubled those, and that still looks... Okay. Yay, but at least the star... Okay, yeah, and I fixed the stars, too. It's like, yes! Hell yeah! Yay! Yeah, yay! I could just do yay a bunch of times. Yay! 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 Yeah, okay, because I think if you just did like some guttural scream or something, that would be concerning. But if you're just sitting there going yay! Oh, dadgummit. Okay. Game over. Game over menu is busted. Okay, I thought I was missing a menu. Game over menu. You busted AF. So, I think I also kind of wanted to double the size of everybody here, too. Oh, and you guys weren't part of prefabs, so that's why those were not immediately exploded. Okay, so now we scooch you down a little bit. We scooch you down a little bit. The yell is still on screen, that's why we widen you. Actually, wait, these buttons are all... so if I go to the prefabs, go to UI, I go to button, and I just say, like, 500? Does that give them enough space? No. So, like, 800? Okay, those aren't affected. 500 is more size. So these are just not affected, is that what you're telling me? Yes, they're just not affected. Okay. 200? No. It's gotta be something more like... I doubled it. So there. Restart. Main menu. Yeah, just double these. At least. Actually, I don't think I'm fully doubling them, but... Restart. Main menu is still not wide enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Okay, so now... So now that's good enough? Okay, and then we hide the game over menu. Okay. Now we do a build. This is such a small, simple project. Yeah, I got 2 hours. I ever used 1 hour to do the game page. Maybe I spent the other half an hour raiding somebody and then going to bed. Probably the better, healthier idea. Oh, yeah, maybe we make these a little bigger too. Since I'm just going through, yeah. Oh, I didn't get an options menu, which would be good, because I don't know, yeah. I don't know about the mic, okay. I need to go add a mic sensitivity option. That is a necessary thing, because I don't know what other people's microphone situations are going to be like, so it needs a mic sensitivity thing. Okay. Ah! Oh. Okay, let's move the game over up a little bit and make it even bigger. So, let's keep messing with this. This needs to be bigger and separated and stuff. Yeah, all of this little bits of tweaking is just gonna eat up enough time that... Okay, but like I said, I do need to add a... okay, also, if you have the time, since the preview image is one of the rooms, without props, and a preview of the second part of the game, only for stream viewers. Okie dokie. As in, is it approved to be shown on stream? Okay, there. Separate those a little bit. And then... let's give everything just a little more space. Oh, it does go over the score. I mean, it's gonna have the actual score there, too, so that doesn't matter too bad. Okay. Something like that. Oh, wait. And the other thing, before I forget, let's bounce back to main menu. Yes, but only on my stream. Yeah, one of those... it's an exclusive. It's gonna be exclusively public from this one outlet. Let's see. The font... W for the win. Okay, 320 and then 60 And then scooch you in to there. Sure. Scooch you up just a little bit too. Okay, and then mic require also double that. And then 800. Yeah, as long as you don't cover up the other thing there. Oh, you cover up the quit button. Please don't cover up the quit button. I still need to, I do need to add the options though. I need to add the option for the microphone sensitivity. Okay. Sent me a thing on Discord here. Ooh, looking good. This reminds me of a game I made. Although I think that was fully admitted. This is also reminding me of that 3D file explorer, which is also really cool. Are you doing the cornflower blue? To me, that just feels like a Unity default thing, but sounds like this is Unreal, so... Oh, as in it's a first person run around and scrounge up food and then go to this scene? Interesting. Okay, so... Okay, everything else is like white or red. The black on that one. Irking me just slightly. Let's change it to white. There we go. Oh, it's the same asset pack as the File Explorer. Okay. That's why it was looking familiar as well. Okay, like I said, I need to add a microphone sensitivity thing just in case. But let's do this just to see. I just made some more button positioning changes. So let's double check that's working okay. And then I do need to add a microphone sensitivity option. Then I can do make the game page. And then see what time I have left over, which is going to be an hour, which is not going to be enough for high score tables or chat messages or even color changing. Maybe color changing. I don't know. Depends on how much stuff. Because I'm like, if it's changing all of the different particle effects and the soul charge color too. Although I say all the different particle effects, and there's two. It's like there's just two particle effects. So. Oh, animating the little guy too. Wait. I keep mentioning that, and I keep forgetting it. So. Okay, that is working in the build. Okay, and then here, animating the character. Oh, and then the reason I didn't think that was super necessary was because of the fact that you're not going to see the character when you actually get in the game. Won't have time tomorrow? I am tempted. I don't know if I will. Because then I'm also like, well, if I want to take up time for Borderlands, well, I gotta look and see how much sick time I have. Because I skipped out of work 2 hours early. I can make that up this coming week. I don't know. I could probably take 4 hours of sick time. That's not gonna... that's very tempting, actually. Yeah, I have 4 hours of sick time lying around. I have to. And then I'm going to want to take some sick time on Friday for Borderlands as well. It's just not going to be a very productive couple of weeks for me. Well, we're just doing testing stuff at work that, Oh. do I? Well, no, I have a warning. It is a content warning that I have on there is screen shake, like excessive screen shake. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's shoot. Okay, so I want to improve the size of that too. So, I should have known. That's exactly like watching the stream where I'm sitting around at work not getting anything done, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll skip out of work early and work on this. And now here I'm like, I should probably. I'm like, no, you know what? I could skip out of. I'll just call in sick. And this seems like you're still pretty squeezed together here. Okay, so I want to improve the size of that and then improve the spacing on that. The start is looking okay though. Okay. Oh, and I didn't check, but I'm pretty sure you can't do the microphone stuff in. Yeah, okay, it's because it looks big in the build, but yeah. Yeah, this is always the part of the process that, like, oh yeah. Well, let's actually run a build and realize I gotta double everything, I gotta change the variables on everything. I was gonna say, you guys are both right justified. I want you both to be aligned, actually, so scooch you over, I guess. And then I lied, scooch both of you back over. Something like that. Okay. And then the game over. Yeah, it would be fun to try to add some extra stuff in the next 4 hours tomorrow. Yeah, I always want to try to. I keep trying to like squeeze a game jam into whatever what other stuff I happen to be doing, and I'm like, I could go whole hog on a game jam too. I don't know. Some of it is also whether the game jam is going well or not. I don't like this one is going well actually. Look at there. Oh, it's only covering it up on the dev build. It's only if somebody has this small of a screen. Plus, it's covering up the score and the timer, which you're not gonna need to care about anyway. So, we have a 2-hour submission. We will have 2-hour submission tomorrow. I think you can work on the game page then. As in you're saying I should go add other extraneous stuff here? Because I do very much want to add the, like, Twitch chat can yell along with you. Yeah, because I'm not gonna get a high score table. That sounds harder to do. I feel like that's a plugin or something that I would need to have already, which I don't. Also, the scene transition. Yeah, because it's like, this does feel possible. Like, this doesn't feel like a lot of stuff. Okay, so now one more test with the button sizes. And then I think I will go work on the microphone sensitivity. Like I said, that is a necessary thing. What's the issue? Internal system build error. Read the full, okay. Are you fully exploded? Or is that just a one-time thing? That looks like a reset Unity kind of thing. It is nice having a fancy computer that'll just pop up unit. Are you flippin' kidding me? You fully exploded. How exploded did you get? Internal build system error. Read the full bin log. Without getting a build finish message while the backend process is still running. Huh? This seems like a reset the computer? I don't really want to reset the computer. I was on a roll here. Okay, and now it wants to do ads. I had all this stuff popped up. I don't really want to pop it up again. I don't know how to solve this. It's just some reset the computer error, right? This isn't like the whole thing is completely broken, right? I guess at least I have... Deleting the logs, restarting your PC, and running the hub as administrator. Okay, well, ads are gonna start here in a second anyway. I guess I can raid somebody and then come back or something. I don't know. Is there anybody here to raid with? Yeah, okay. And now I feel like I'm calling it quits, and I'm like, no, I just want to restart my computer. No, wait, why would I raid with somebody if I'm just gonna restart the computer anyway? Everybody could just come back after the stream is reset. Okay, and here I didn't even check how many viewers I had. That's what I was curious about. Okay, ads are running anyway. So if ads are resetting, instead of a second level, you'll be getting volume sliders in the menu. Well, why not both? Because I need a break. Yeah, okay. Yeah, as in you're doing volume sliders now because needing a break. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, okay, I need to get the microphone volume. Get some options going. Okay. But it does seem like reset everything, I guess. Which that sucks. I don't know that I restarted my computer anytime recently. Okay. So saved. We're gonna save the fact that it exploded. Is there anything else major? I don't care about you guys. No. I have the audio that I wanted from that. No. All this audio is just awful and terrible. No. Are you? Okay, well then. That's also saying restart the device. I guess we're doing it now. Yeah, there's Borderlands 4 staring at me. Okay, and then all of these I can... Yeah, that's the... Okay, well, hopefully that'll let me restart this, so... Okay, I will be back after the computer restarts. There we go. Okay, bye.